Hey y'all, welcome to another WordPress Wednesday. My name is Corey Ashton, and today we are going to look at a new plugin provided by our friends over at MotoPress. I have done a review before on their page builder plugin that's pretty extraordinary. This is a new free option that they're providing for the WordPress world, a free restaurant menu plugin. So what I've done is gone ahead and added it to a staging environment. I've just downloaded it just like this. Of course, it's going to be a zipped file. You go to your plugins area and click add new, and that's where it has an option for you to upload a plugin, right? You just click here and click upload plugin. Come over here, browse, and find that zipped file, and then you just drop it in there and install it. And of course, you want to activate it, right? Once it's active, you will then have access. You'll see it right here, restaurant menu. You'll then have access to this area over here. Now, just full disclosure, I haven't spent any time kind of researching this. What I just shared with you that I've done is all that I have done. They do have some pretty great documentation. I've just briefly looked through that to get an idea of how to do this tutorial for you. But I really wanted to give you a very honest review of my experience and kind of let y'all see the experience of setting this menu plugin up for the very first time. What does that look like, plugging it into an existing website? So let's do it. Let's go ahead and come over here to menu, and I'm going to add a category. And we're just going to go ahead and call it breakfast. And I'm going to go ahead, I guess we can add in a thumbnail image. That'd be pretty cool. Add new menu category there. And it's already added. I'm going to add in starters for appetizers, right? So let's click add menu category there, and you can see it's added over here. So let's add a new menu item. Click add new. And let's say this is one of my favorites. We'll say fried pickles. And all the details here. Seems pretty easy. Let's add it to starters. Sounds pretty simple. Wow, you can even add in ingredients over here. You can get pretty fancy with everything. You can put in a price. Let's do that and say, $5.99 for our... Look at this, you guys. It even has nutritional facts that you can add in there. That's pretty great. Goodness. Portion size, we could say this will be for 4 people. And it's probably crazy full of carbs. Let's say 300 carbs. Who knows? I have no idea. I'd like it to be healthier than that. But for now, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and click publish. I wonder if we can throw in a picture in there as well. I bet we could. I bet we would use the featured image. Look at this. You guys could even have a full image gallery. That's pretty cool. Add in all sorts of stuff there. All right. So we just keep adding menu items. Let's add another one just to be sure to have 2 things going on in here. See how simple it is so far. Let's add something to our breakfast, and we'll say chicken and waffles. Boy, can you tell I'm Southern or what? Chicken and... Oh, spell it correctly would be better, right? Here you go. Yummy. And let's go ahead and add it to our breakfast, and we're going to go ahead and throw in the price as well, and we'll say $7.99, and we'll say that it's amazing, and not even add the carbs. We don't want to think about that right now, so let's go ahead and publish. Okay, so what I've done right now, very quickly, in just a 3-minute time, I've already installed it. I've added 2 menu items. I've added in a little bit of details. And of course, if you already had this somewhere, maybe in a Word document, you could just be copying and pasting all this information in these spots. Then if we want to add it to an actual page, let's see what that looks like. I'm going to go to pages and say add new. We're going to create a new page called menu. And now we have this little icon right here, insert restaurant menu shortcode. I'm going to click there and see what our options are. Show categories, show menu items. That's kind of cool. So I'm just going to say show menu items. And just for the sake of figuring out what all this is, let's go ahead and say a list. And we're going to go ahead and check both of our categories that we'll be adding in there. Do we want 1 column or 4 columns? My goodness, they give you so many cool options. Show attributes right away, show the featured image. I would assume that's what we'd want to do here. Show excerpt, show price, show tags, show ingredients. Goodness. Link the item. That's pretty cool. And let's just say insert short code. So it's going to drop in this cool code right here. That is the thing that's supposed to render the menu to appear on our website. So behind the scenes back here in this view, we will always have this short code present. In order to see the changes, we would have to click preview changes, open it up on the front side of our website and see what it looks like. Check this out, you guys. Here's our breakfast category, chicken and waffles, and it is linked. Here's our starter category, fried pickles, and again, it's linked. If I click on fried pickles, it would take me to an individual page that would have all the details listed out here that you could see. That's pretty groovy cool. That's not bad at all. Let's see what else we can do with it. If we come back here to the menu items, let's go to menu items here and see if we can go ahead and get rid of the comments, because of course we wouldn't want any comments to happen on our menu items, so we'd update that and come here to quick edit as well, and we would take off the comment capability because we certainly don't want that. And let's see if we can add in a picture just really quickly to see what that would look like inside of our featured image. Chicken and waffles. I bet the cat would like to eat chicken and waffles. Let's see, update. And let's go back here to our menu page. I'm going to click refresh. And there's a picture right next to it. Very nice. And the picture is linked as well. So all of this links over to our chicken and waffles page. Let's click on it. Chicken and waffles appears in this particular menu back there as my featured image. And you could have a full detail here and a full price. If you didn't want them, if you didn't want it linked and you just wanted everything listed out here with the full description, then that would be your options as you edited the short code. So going back here to all pages, let's go back here for a minute to our menu. And what we do is just take out the short code that we have in there for now, completely remove that, and then rearrange our options, right? So we would say show categories instead. Let's do it in a grid. We're going to choose both. And do we want to show the category description, the icon, the featured image, show the name, how many columns do you want them in, insert. So you have all sorts of different ways that you can set up the structure of how your menu would appear on this page. I'm going to click refresh so we'll see it in maybe 2 columns. Check that out, you guys. Here's our breakfast and our starters. Click breakfast, then it'll go in and show us our full breakfast menu. And of course, if we didn't want it linked anywhere, that would just be the option we would choose, not linked. You guys, that isn't really bad for a free option for setting up a menu on your website. If you're running a little restaurant or cafe, this could be a great option for you. I hope that this helps you. If you want to take a look at some of the other options that MotoPress offers, be sure to go over to their website, getmotopress.com. I'll put that link for you in the description box below. They have a really outstanding page builder as well that I've shared with you guys before. So you can check that out. They've got a very simple slider that's pretty cool as well. Hope you're having a great day. I will catch you next WordPress Wednesday where I am going to talk to you about 8 things to not be doing on your website. You need to get them fixed. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, y'all.